guys, today I am going to film a Q&A. So I wrote on my Instagram a couple of days ago just to ask any questions, anything related. Doesn't need to be fitness, can be anything at all. I had quite a lot of similar questions, so I've obviously narrowed them down and like put together ones that were similar and used the ones that were most common. So hopefully your question will be answered. But yes, I'm gonna get into it because I don't want this video to be half an hour long. All my talking videos turn out to be like half an hour long and then I have to cut them down and it's not a fun life. So we're gonna make this one a normal length. First question I'm going to answer is, what are my current fitness goals? So the past few months I've been away because I finished university and I kind of just wanted to celebrate freedom and just, you know, have a nice time because I've been working quite hard, well, very hard, and I just needed breaks. And you know, I'd saved up money to go and now I'm back. Like I did train on holidays. I showed you guys the little sort of bodyweight circuits and things like that, but obviously it's not, you know, ideal. Like I want the gym, I want weights and stuff. So I've been very relaxed the past few months. So now I want to get back into it. But to be honest, I don't have too many like huge goals. I enjoy fitness and I want to carry on enjoying it. I don't want to always have a serious goal, and you know, I was cutting down quite a lot before I went away, which, you know, that was my goal then. So now I'm kind of like free to decide. I'm not completely sure, but I do know I want to build my legs more, always want to build my bum more. So those are my main goals, I would say. I'm going to work on, I have basically no hamstrings, and I didn't really realise this until recently because I kind of neglected it because I wanted quads and a bum. And I was just like, hamstrings, whatever. But they are looking pretty flat. So that's another one. I'm going to work on my quads, my hamstrings, and my glutes. So I'm going to work on kind of separating and isolating each part better equally. That's what I'm going to do, because I spent so long just working on my glutes. Then I started doing quads, and then I just didn't do hamstrings. So those are my current fitness goals, and I'm not doing much cardio anymore. I feel like I lost a lot of weight while I was away, and yeah, I want to build muscle. That's my main goal right now. So we are not dieting, we are not cutting, we are eating well as I can, and yeah, that's the fitness goals. Next question. Oh, my questions have gone. Please don't, did they delete? Next question is, how do you travel so much / what is your favourite travel destination? I went away with my friend Holly, just got back from Mykonos. We booked a girls' holiday for a week, which I saved up for, because I used to be a personal trainer, so I saved up quite a lot of money from that. And I went away with Niall. Basically, it was a big celebration from the Peach Plan. I wanted to take me and him away to celebrate the end of uni, the Peach Plan release. So I used money from that. That's how I travelled there. And it's not very expensive there. It's very cheap actually. Mykonos was a lot more expensive there. So when I was actually in Paxos, it didn't cost much, and the overall holiday prices weren't that high. You'd be surprised. It looks like I travelled a lot, but yeah, I just save up money really. That's why. I save up money, that's what I enjoy doing. I like treating, like that's what I spend most of my money on, is holidays, because I like, you know, I like to enjoy memories. That's kind of what I like now. I used to love spending all my money on clothes, and I still do a little bit, but not as much. I save for holidays because that's what I absolutely love. So yeah. And my favourite travel destination is 100% Paxos, where I went with Niall. We went there last year as well, and I cannot fault it. I feel like if you went in a couple, it may be slightly not as fun. It's kind of a holiday where you explore a lot, you relax a lot, there's nothing there, it's very isolated, you have to get a boat from mainland Corfu there, and also it's very unspoilt. People don't know about it yet, so please don't go there, everyone. The next question is, how do you eat healthily as a student on a budget? So when I was starting out, eating healthily as a student, it was obviously very difficult. I didn't really know where to start. The main thing I would say, I used to eat a lot of chicken, which I still do now, but I don't as much. And what I did, especially in London, is very, very expensive everywhere. There's no big supermarkets, so you only have the small ones where they make everything double the price, which is great. Is that Poppy? Poppy wants to come in the video. Hello, do you want to come in? Everyone wonders where you've gone on YouTube. Come on. No? Not sure. Here, you watch and I'll speak. What have you eaten? I left my woman's best cookies out. I think she may have eaten them. What I did is I always bought it from a butcher's because I got big amounts in a cheaper amount. Yeah, meat in supermarkets is ridiculously priced. So unless you're a vegetarian, I'm just saying, because I do eat meat, that's a good point. And also buying fruit from markets and stuff really helps. And then I also started to order from Muscle Food sometimes, and I used to get bulks and freeze meat and freeze things like that because it was a lot cheaper. And yeah, I would just say like make 2 meals out of one if you can. So I would make dinner and then I would make a second portion like for lunch the next day, which is, yeah, it's like really obvious, but it did actually help. It just ingredients wise, it was cheaper and things like that. It's quite difficult really, but just don't live in London because it's really hard to eat healthily and cheap here. Isn't it, Poppy? Let me get her in the lens. Look who it is. Everyone wants to know where you've gone. She's still here. And she's gonna have a little dog friend soon when we move, aren't you? You excited? No. So, the next question, I hope that kind of covers that question. It's a bit difficult. That's all I can really think of right now. Next question is, how do I manage my nutrition when I don't count macros or calories? If you know me, you know this, but I don't, and I never ever have counted macros or calories ever since I started getting into fitness. So I would say it's definitely not a necessity. Some people think that it is, and I don't think that it is. Obviously, like, some people like to do it, but I don't. And yeah, so to manage my nutrition without that, I think over time you kind of get to grips with what works for your body, because it took me a long time to figure it out for myself. I spent a lot of time eating really low carb and just like sort of chicken wraps. I wouldn't really have any carbs with it, and then I'd have like a chicken salad, and personally that didn't work for me at all. I went through a very, very long stage of not building any muscle from that, really, because I just didn't have any carbs, and muscles won't really grow unless you do actually eat quite a lot of carbs. I've got into such a habit of eating well in general that I just do. So I mean, I still eat treats and things like that. I don't neglect my body and stop myself eating things if I want them. But in general, like what I do is I just keep my meals clean as I can. I make sure I've got protein in it, make sure I've got veg in it as often as I can, make sure I've got enough carbs. And then I always make sure I have at least 3 meals a day. Sometimes I have 4. And then I find that if I want to have a snack, like a little chocolate or something like that, it's okay, because I mean 80% of the time I eat healthily. You've just got to trust the time as well. It does take a while for progress to show, but it doesn't mean that what you're doing right now is wrong because you're not seeing the progress right now. What you're doing right now could be really right for you. You just got to long it out for a bit more, and you'll be fine. Oh, got an itchy nose. Okay, so next question is, are you personal trainer qualified? As I mentioned, I used to be a personal trainer, so yes I am. Oh my god, my nose looks so red now. And I qualified a year ago. So yeah, I worked as a PT for a while, from September till about December, and then I stopped because, no, it was later than that. It was September till January? I can't remember, but I stopped because of university and because of social media. I just didn't have time to do everything, and I enjoy this much more. I enjoy YouTube, I enjoy Instagram, I enjoy, you know, the Peach Plan, everything like that. I enjoy so much more than I was enjoying personal training. I loved it. It literally is the kind of a big reason I built a lot of confidence to post like workout videos and stuff on Instagram. It was fun. but not anymore. But I am qualified. So the next question is, what breed is Poppy and what's her personality like? You probably know what her personality is like, but her breed, I literally was so confused when we got her because her parents didn't look anything like her. So her mum was a tabby, so like brown and white patches, and the dad was a ginger one. So I was like, right, where the hell did Poppy come from? But then the vets told me that she's a tortoiseshell. Tortoiseshell cats, they make them from a tabby cat, and a ginger one can make a tortoiseshell cat or something. It's really weird. I don't understand it really still, but she's a tortoiseshell cat. To start with, I had absolutely no idea, but yeah. And her personality is very, very intense. She's very in touch with humans. She's very, very sociable, but she's also quite independent, but then very dependent at the same time. But she's very clever and inquisitive, but she's very, very, very sweet. She's probably the sweetest cat, and I'm not being biased. A lot of people say this. My dad hates cats, but he loves Poppy, and my mum now wants a cat after looking after her. She is the loveliest cat ever. Aren't you? I'm praising you over here. We're not going to do too many more because I'm already on 17 minutes. How does this happen? Okay, what do my tattoos mean? So I have actually spoken about this in like one of my oldest videos. So this is the main one that I get asked about because it's obviously the biggest. So it's 2 lotus flowers and a kingfisher. It was all based on my mum. So my mum and me are really, really, really close, and I just wanted to get a tattoo kind of dedicated to her. We're more like friends than mum and daughter. She's very cool. Like, if you have me on Instagram, she always tries to pose like me, and I post it on my story sometimes, and it's funny. And I gave her some Gymshark clothes, and she now posts pictures in them and tries to pose like me. So she's pretty cool. The kingfisher, it's quite, it's like a long story, but basically she used to go bird watching with her dad, and they always wanted to find kingfishers. So yeah, there's not like a deep meaningful thought behind it, but it's just basically dedicated to my mum, and it's a sketch style, and my mum, she does like art and stuff, so yeah. Next one is, how did I build a dedicated following? So, this question's quite difficult. I didn't really want to answer it because I find it a little bit, I don't know, I don't really know how to answer questions like this because I just don't really know. I still find it really shocking that people are so like loyal and supportive towards so many things that I do, and I appreciate it so much. And when people ask me how did it happen, I actually don't have a clue, and I cannot, like, I don't know. I just find it a bit like, I don't know what to say. I suppose I speak to my followers, like, you know, we're just all friends, we just chill and we just chat. I don't know, it's awkward, but they're nice people, everyone's nice. If you're nice to people, people are nice to you, and I don't know what to say else about what else to say about that one, but I suppose just be you and be nice and be kind and try and be helpful. Hope that's that one answered. Okay, next one is, how do you get a flat tummy? I also wasn't sure how to answer this one because there's obviously a lot behind it, and you know, you could do a whole video on this, but basically it is so much to do with diet, especially like the bottom part of your tummy, because obviously, like, you know, that's the hardest part to get rid of. Training your abs will not make your tummy flat. It just won't. It'll make your tummy strong, but it won't make it flat. So it's just about, it obviously takes a very, very long time. I'd say the tummy takes the longest to see good progress on, but then that's my personal opinion. Some people it may not. It relies on so many things. So water, obviously drinking more water will help, because your body, that's just like #1 rule to fitness is water, and I suck so much at it. But to help that, I use a sippy cup, which I always go on about my vlogs, so that's a good thing to help you. You can get them from Primark for £1. I find that it really helps me drink more water, and obviously you keep account more of how much you've drunk. And a lot of people say to like eat smaller meals more often, and I don't actually do that personally really, but it does help speed up your metabolism because, yeah, your body's always breaking down foods more and it's less for your body to take at once. But that is in no means like cutting down a lot of your food. It's just spreading them out more, which a lot of people do. I don't personally, but you know, I know it's a good one. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'd say probably. A lot of people say to not eat as much before you go to bed, but I understand why people say that, because obviously your food then sits in your tummy like overnight, and obviously it's more likely to store as fat because you're just lying there, and so it doesn't have as much time to digest. But I don't worry too much about that personally, but that is another little tip I suppose that can help. And obviously training, so doing a bit of cardio, a bit of HIIT here and there. Eating well is so important for anything to do with fitness, but more than anything your tummy. Sugar really doesn't help. This is a downfall I have. Obviously you don't need to cut out sugar to get a flat tummy, but you know, cutting it down a little bit will help. And just time, like training, diet and time, just give it time and it will happen. Trust me, it will. So I'm gonna do one more question, and it is, will you be doing a full body workout plan? So this is a bit of a sneaky question. Don't know why, but it is. I don't know. You'll have to see in the near future what happens, but I was so happy with the peach plan that there may be more peachiness coming. You'll have to wait and see. That's all I'm telling you now. So that's all the questions I'm going to do today. I really hope that I answered your question, and I'm sorry if some of the questions weren't answered how you want, like they just weren't answered as well as you hoped. I do struggle quite a lot with words. English. Speaking language. So I'm sorry, but hopefully it was a little bit helpful, and please let me know if there's anything more you want to ask me. If there's a lot more, I could do another one in the future, but for now I hope that this one is okay. And thank you so much if you watched. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs up because I'm nice. And thank you so much. Please subscribe. If you don't, I do 3 videos a week and I promise you they will be good. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in my next video, hopefully.